Thanks to everyone who have subscribed. If you have not, please do. And thanks for coming out here. I really appreciate you. Edo Global, it's fight to the finish. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time we're reaching you today. A very warm, big thank you to every one of you for your support. Thank you so much for being there. We really, truly appreciate you. The election is around the corner. 6 days from today, my people, 6 days. We started the countdown like yesterday, but as we're talking now, it's exactly 6 days from today for us to know the all-awaited Edo State governor. The election is fast approaching. There are so many matters that have been coming on and off. And yesterday we heard the IG of police say that, nobody will be having police aid, including the governor. You see, it said, Oshomole, Izeyamu, Godun Obaseki, nobody is having a police aid. Everybody should walk to their polling unit, vote and go back. No intimidation of any kind, and we know that Oshomole, Captain Ohosa are seriously with Izeyamu. The people of Edo State, most of them are seriously with Governor Godun Obaseki. We will get to the end very soon in 6 days' time and know where we are headed. Let's quickly get onto the news and get all the details. Edo Global, it's fight to the finish. It is 6 days to the Edo governorship election. Precisely, Edo people will on Saturday go to the polls to elect a governor that will serve them for another term of 4 years. According to the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, 14 political parties significantly showed interest to file candidate for the election. But on ground, only 2 parties, the All Progressive Congress APC and the People Democratic Party PDP, are visible and campaigning rigorously for their candidate for the election. The others are either issuing statements on social media or having collapsed their structure into the APC or PDP as at today, as we know. Although governorship elections have been held in the state in the past, this Saturday election is different from the past election in many respects. Never in the history of Edo State has there been an election as contagious as this coming election because of the antecedent violence that have trailed it. Consequently, the stakes are very high and the election is going to be tough. But in its conduct and manner, because of the do or die attitude some party leaders have exhibited in their campaigning and the violence that they have engulfed the state grossly in as a result of the election. For sure, the election is going to be a straight test of supremacy between the APC and PDP. Recall that between 1999 and 2008, the PDP held a regime of power in the state until Comrade Adams Oshomole became the governor in November 12, 2008, after his history and victory at the courts. Since then, power has remained in the hands of the progressive camp, from AC to ACN and APC until recently, when Governor Godun Obaseki deflected to the People Democratic Party, though not his will, to the party, the power, and today he is in PDP. This current situation is being celebrated by the governors of the South-South region, who pride themselves that the region is now entirely controlled by the People Democratic Party, as was the case before November 2008, and says PDP total control has come without electoral contest by virtue of Obaseki bringing Edo State back to its fold. So, this Saturday election, everything is expected to go into it. The South-South governors will trail all they can do to support PDP and Governor Godun Obaseki to win, to maintain the status quo. But on the other hand, the APC will seek to prove its dominance and fact that it is an Edo election where only Edo people will vote and that heaven will be in charge of for another 12 years. It will keep it that way. Just like the People Democratic Party governors are throwing their weight behind Governor Godun Obaseki, the APC governors are aligning to carry out their directives from President Muhammadu Buhari, who is the leader of the party, that they should work hard and leave no stone unturned to deliver Ondo State back to APC in the forthcoming election. The running mates to both the APC and PDP governorship candidates, Honorable Gani Abdul and Comrade Philip Shaibu, are both from the Edo North and Esako West local government area. In particular, so also is the former governor Oshomole from the same local government area. So, North has about 350,000 voters. Here, the nomination of Gani, a Muslim, for the first time in the history of that region, and now Edo State as running mate is being celebrated by the Muslim community across the state. Although the PDP is expected to pull up courage and challenge opinion that Governor Gordon Obaseki and his deputy Philip Shaibu contributed to the humiliation of Oshomole, which led to his removal as national chairman of APC. The feeling is that the Edo North people have not forgotten the treatment meant for the former governor, so they are determined to use the election as a payback time. But will that work? In Edo Central Senatorial District, there is a feeling that the area has unjustly been left out of the power loop in the state, that it deserves the governorship of the state. That feeling had led many people from the district to believe that what they call Esan agenda, with the assumption that the district turn to the governor, will be a quarter if the people support the PDP and their vote. Even though there have not been any categorical promise to that effect for Governor Gordon Obaseki, that he would hand over an Esan person back should he win the election, finish his second term. Others, however, feel differently on the issue. The electoral battle is expected to be tough here for the APC because the PDP is known to have its strongest base in this area, in the Central Senatorial District, which thought has been the lowest votes compared to the other senatorial district for APC. The electoral battle between the APC and PDP will, however, be most fierce in Edo South, where the two governorship candidates come from. There are about 1.2 million eligible voters in the senatorial district. Here, indication that PDP and Obaseki may do well in the metropolis of Orode local government area where he comes from, and these areas. And there are also some indication that APC will do well in where the senatorial district where Ize Iyamu has come from, as every man might want to support his person. One of the major factors that might swing votes in the election, as other elections in the past, is leadership mobilization of votes. A party with more leaders of influence in their voting unit is sure to carry out the day. Tied to this is the feeling that the state's constitution denies of representative at the State House of Assembly arose for non-inauguration of the electoral lawmakers. This may also be another factor during this election. Guys, what do you think? Leave us a comment. Bye for now.